Nende bora bisesa ngumbo TV tondo nidi tana kwa dhani kuitekana ni ndisio kejia ni ndisio kejia na Amerika kana wivi ni tuane na nsema undukiva kana alama kwa nete youth and politics yote manyeyo Amerika ndini wa siasa meva ndini wa serikali ino yitu ya Kenya kwanza meva na ndi aini maitu meva na ndi mamu itesione kivozo kana kwa wala mwasi amu yake kamba umundu ni naete andu mone na Kiswahili mone na Kisungu kwa wi diaspora wi makueli wi kitu wala vondo ende kwa takili ngukicha ngumbo kyokono wina kwa zipora makamu nala onde trina mova wida witutabia witunde wenga lokosiwa na hindi wida wichange kwa comment section witutabia witunde wenga lokosiwa na hindi witutabia woni waku yunu wa Amerika na politics kana Amerika na siasa yo me ungalikosiwa na hindi ekatuambie vaya mwisi kunikana widi ni wetambulisha kula kuyene ndi atutabia sito yake na umitaba huni mukamba kwa I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yeah, musesa wewe ndaba lawe ni na ukeja kiokoni cha monde kwa masito ni sawa Maxwell Khalif kuma county ya Makueni ni mwanaharakati revolutionary comrade and I'm also part of the African Fund Organization as the director Eastern Region. It is a pleasure to be here. Asante.
Okay, the next one.
I am Jared Oye.
Jared Oye from?
Where I'm born, where I stay, or
where you are born?
I'm from Mama Bay County, Ndio, Malinaitwa Kanyamwako Sewe, but I'm staying in Nairobi. Kanyamwako Sewe. Huku kwa kina Gor Mahia sasa.
Oh, Kanyamwako
Sewe. Where Gor Mahia came from.
Oh, wow.
The great chief.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's a pleasure for you to be in Gumbau TV.
It is great.
It's a local TV station. And the only TV station that is #1 in Ukambani. Sisi ndo kusema Ukambani.
My name is Wale Mamake. I come from Bungoma County, Kabuche constituency, Mkuyuni ward.
Mkuyuni, it sounds like it's a company. Kuna mahali Ukambani kunaitangwa Mkuyuni.
I happen to have known that place, but in my place is a ward. It's not a ward. Yeah, it's a ward. It's a ward, and the village is Teremi. I'm the national deputy secretary general of the Young Wiper Democrats, a youth wing in Wiper Party.
Within Nairobi?
No, I stay in Bungoma. I only come to Nairobi when I have serious business to do.
Wow. Yeah. Serious people. We are very serious people in the studio. So let me just start from you. There's this trend in our government. We have a lot that is happening in our government, and now we are looking at our youth and our young generation, most of the Gen Zs, the Gen E generation ingine. Sasa wewe ukiangalia kwa maoni yako, where can you say that where are our youths in the government?
Thank you for that question. Based on the contemporary issues and whatever is happening currently, as much as we have a few youths who are in different state organs or in some positions, but still the youths feel like they're not represented well. The number is very low, and we need to do some improvement. And to do some improvement is we need to have information flow, so that our youths get the information for them to get involved into policy making activities, into leadership roles. And me being here from the Wiper Party is a pleasure, because I represent the youth. As much as we feel like we are underrepresented, but at least we are doing something, and we need to improve on the same. Yeah.
So you talked about we have some of the youth. Maybe to ask what has made maybe these youth tusione hatuko well represented pale kwa gava. Unajua kuna watu wako pale already, lakini bado hatuko. Ni nini imefanya maybe hatujioni kabisa bado?
What has happened is that looking at the past, we have been having that barrier for you to engage into leadership roles and politics, you know. And to be in the government, you need to have taken part in political game.
Yes.
Na ile imefanya vijana waja take part into that particular nini, it's because there has been a notion whereby we feel like political space and government offices, they are meant for the old people. But you see, times and times are changing, and going forward the youth are getting information. Technology is also one way of empowering them, because they are seeing what is happening. And based on that, because it has been the norm before, now there is a lot to be done, and we need to change that. And to change that, it means that vijana wakikuwa na information na kuanza avoid those barriers, it's when we are going to be represented. But based on what is happening, as much as we appreciate that kuna wachache pale, and don't forget that youth make up around 75% of Kenyan population.
Is the youth.
Yeah, the people.
We are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Rather that is it 25
ndio wako pale. So ni kwa sababu ya ile notion na hizo barriers. You look at the financial constraint.
Yeah.
The process of you to be in government, or the process for you to be in leadership roles, so that uko na influence ya kusaidia wengine wakuje, ndio imekuwa ikituhinda. Yeah.
Okay, you can maybe handle to him the mic to him, so that maybe he can give his maybe ni nini unaona aso sisi wanarika tunaweza fanya so that tukue well represented pale kwa gava.
Yeah, I think first when I was doing introduction, I'm here representing ODM.
Yeah.
And to be very specific, the ODM Youth League.
Yeah.
Youth being underrepresented in the government, in our I don't know how I can put it. I first think the youths, a number of youths at some point have been shying off from coming into this space. And if we check where the problem came from is a number of, since 2007, after Kibaki, when Uhuru Kenyatta came in, the government have failed us with the youth constituency, and these have made youths to feel like there's no need taking part in this process, because the governments that we have been having, the governments of the day, have never delivered on their promises. And I think at some point this has been has left a number of youths hopeless. When must I go out to vote? When must I represent myself for a position? Because at the end of the day you feel like there's no need. And then the election injustice, because we the youths have stayed very little years under the sun, so we have not accumulated many wealth that can enable us to have greasy campaign to capture power.
It is money that maybe imefikiria Mayouth, we are nowhere to be seen.
Exactly, that's one. I think Kenya has one of the most expensive campaign and election. So that's one first will keep me off, can keep Swale off, or even Maxwell here. Because I may not be having money to grease and finance my campaigns if I'm interested. And then the election justice, injustices, that I think we ODM at some point, we have been appointing for front championing for election justice. We have never had free, fair, credible election. And what evolve around all this is the older generation, they manipulated our system. So the system is so rotten, it may not be, it's not favorable for them to get the opportunity. Yeah.
So unamaanisha, let's say for example I'm in ODM, you are in ODM party, now I'm a youth leader, I want to participate, maybe I want an MCA seat. Is it possible for a youth to take this seat? And maybe kuna mzee mwingine pale ako 45, between me and maybe the other person who is maybe 45 or 46. The party may choose that person who is 46, and someone like me will not be chosen. Why?
Zibora nikianza nimesema hapo mwanzo, a number of our young people have shied off from coming to the limelight, from coming on this stage and taking charge. So our politics and our political parties, there's one thing that is always being reciprocated, being rewarded, that is loyalty. You can't come yesterday and there's someone who has been here 10 years serving this political party. So if you come later, you have to wait for some time, that's one. But today I think things are changing. We are seeing that let us give youths who are more qualified, who can be able to influence policies of the political party and their ideologies, and maybe the manifesto, not on the basis that how long have you stayed with this political party. That is one. Second, just those who have stayed there longer, they have supported the party. They have sacrificed their time, their energy and everything. So that's why I think at some point they may have upper hand. But today, as we speak, I think the conversation is changing. And coming 2027, I'm pretty sure our political parties will consider having younger people, because again, must also define Mr. Youth. Because a number,
I don't think so. You know, we might have the notion right now, but 2027 ikifika, maneno ibadilike. Sisi Mayouth tukuje tupewe kila mtu dhao 5,500, ama tukuje tupewe 50k. When someone tells you, I'll give you 1 million, give me the seat. Well, then we come to you. Then no, we give Maxwell a chance, and then you.
yeah. So
I will give you 1 million
to step down.
To step down, and you have nothing. Actually, you have nothing for your campaign. Utangali 1 million, sina kazi, sina anything. You take the 1 million. 2027 tuko hapa.
Zibora, I think we have been having one of the worst campaign strategy, one of the worst campaign platform. The tokenism in it, and that's what makes our politics much expensive, because we don't spend it on maybe other doing other things. The token that we're going to live for us, do you have? And I'm pretty sure with the changes, with the Gen Zs, the youths waking up and feeling the essence of taking up the role in our political space, things may take another direction. And we are not going to align this to a political party, but to general youth constituency. That I think it will not be the same again, because we are struggling now today to get IDs. And coming 2027, the number of us who are already showing interest in vying for different political positions. So even if the elder generation, surely said here that we are 75%. So even if 50% come out to vote for a fellow youth, I'm pretty sure the game is going to be changed. The system will not be rigged anymore. Okay,
let's go to Maxwell. Maxwell, I'm giving you 3 million to give me the MP seat. I'm 45 years old. And you have nothing, literally nothing. 2027.
That's funny. And that's the truth. I've been in the political space actively for the last few years. And I can attest, it is true that the youth of this country are not engaged in active politics because they lack the resources to run the campaigns. One, the campaigns in Kenya are a very expensive venture. Kuendesha kampeni ya kitu chochote hapa nchini ni kitu ambacho kitakugharimu sana. And also, you look at the electorate, wale wapiga kura, wakati inafika ni wakati wa campaign. It's like huwa wanakuwa wenda wazimu, wanapoteza akili zao, and their thinking becomes irrational. They think about money. And I want to give you a good example. I think my good friend engineer Chris is listening of Mega Silicon Construction. There was a time tulitembea naye. So at a point tukakuta jamaa kwa njia. Akatuambia, simameni, mko na mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, wamesema ni wewe. Raundi wamesema ni wewe. Because they see a big car, they want to imagine that mheshimiwa raundi ni nani? Sasa mheshimiwa akateremsha kioo. Wamesema ni mimi. Okay, mimi naitwa nani? My friend, hata kama unaitwa nani, wewe nipe 200 na uende mahali unaenda. So hawamjui. But kwa sababu wana gari kubwa, mheshimiwa amesema ni wewe. Na yule mwingine pia akikuja ni wewe. So that is the challenge we have as Kenyans. And then the youth pia wana civic education. They don't know why they should vote. The electorate also believe that they need a mature thief as opposed to a younger thief who is going to steal maybe more because they have energy. That is where we get it wrong. We're gonna elect old people simply because we think they have morals. Yet crooks also grow old. Like we see a lot of crooks in this government. They have been bred and brought up as crooks, and they still age and die as crooks. But then the society looks at age as wisdom, and that is where we get it wrong. We have young people who have done marvelous in this political space. So I don't think that age should be a factor. But as my friend Jared said, going forward, and I think in 2027, the narrative gonna change. Look at what Barara Kebaso is doing. He's still injecting civic education to the minds of people.
Are you sure that Morara ataiko kwa mfuko maybe?
Well, I think I've seen Morara when he was still at campus. And I believe from where he's coming from, he has a stance. He has a stance. So it will be unfortunate if my friend Morara will be pocketed by the government, but then he is an asset to the Kenyan youth and the Kenyan people. So let us support him, and I think by 2027, it will be a great change for the Republic of Kenya, where we're going to see most of the youth being elected to parliament with or without money. Yeah.
Okay, so let to you, you had a point.
I wanted to say, talking or making a conclusion that in 2027 it might be the same game. It's a wrong.
No, but
idea.
Saleh, right now I'm giving you 10 million and also give you another opportunity. You be my PA.
You see,
or my photographer, or be someone wa kunibebea kale kamfuko kangu. Imagine all these opportunities, and I'm also giving you another 10 million. Utanipay your opportunity?
No, that is those are the politics that we have been doing, and that is how we have been making our fellow young people to think that politics should be all about money. You see, from the previous Generation Z, the protest of which I was part of it, whatever United does, it was an issue based. We are looking at the incompetence of the leadership in place. We are looking at the corruption scandals. We are looking at in terms of favoritism, people are just being appointed because they are related to some individual. If that one happened based on the issues that we raised, I'm sure in 2027 the political game is going to be issue based, whereby we're going to look at the unemployment, because we are many people, we make the largest population in this country, but what is ailing us, I might be in Wiper, he's in ODM, he represented whatever he's representing here, but I'm telling you, if all of us are going to be focused on the unemployment, how we are going to improve our government systems, how we are going to look at how we can reduce or how we can improve on our education system, whereby people are skilled na wakitoka nje zimatch ile market nyeko nje. If all those issues zinaenda kuunite, I'm telling you, utakuja na pesa yako, and as it is said, vijana will eat your money, but at the ballot they are going to do justice to themselves, because this is not I'm sure. I'm now optimistic and I'm hopeful. That's what I can tell you right now, because vijana wako na machungu, na wako na machungu because the generation that has been there imekuwa ikiwa manipulate because of their age, recycle themselves because of their age, because of their deals in government. But going forward, and I'm telling you, the people I represent, the people I'm here to talk on their behalf, they are just waiting for that particular time to come so that they express they express themselves at the ballot. Now, he has given a very good example of Morara or whatever he's doing. We also appreciate that. We need so many Morara to do the same thing. People who are here, people who get an opportunity to go to the media, there is need for us to inject that civic education, because vijana wamekuwa kiishi na ile system ya kusema now that ama jamando wako in power, we feel inferior yet we're the majority. So whatever we are focusing on sahi ni kuwapatia hiyo civic education for them to feel that their numbers, their huge number, their huge population can do something for themselves. Na kama tumekuwa na mess venye my friends wamesema hapa that we have been having all those scandals about the rich people, na kusema nikipatiwa 10 million or whatever nitaruka ama sijui nitafanya aje. Hizo ni vitu zimekuwa tukatai, na zimekuwa because sisi wenyewe tulikuwa tunajiona wanyonge. But sasa there is technology, there is people like us giving them information and telling them, nyinyi mnataka kufix hii mess imekwa, kama tunataka kufix hii mess yenyeiko, hakuna mtu mwingine ataifix, ni mimi na wewe na ule mwingine. So it is upon us. Na vijana wanatuambia hadi sisi mtaani, you know, we used to see that watu wenye wanafaa kufanya ama kuprovide civic education watu wako Nairobi peke yake. We are saying the village, and the villages are talking, people are talking as much as hamtawasikia, but wanaongea, wanasema wenyewe. Kwa mtandao tumeona hivi, TikTok wamesema hivi, yani jamaa naiba pesa. Imagine someone from my village, Teremi village, anaongea about vitu zimehappen huko Kisii, ameongea vitu zimehappen Isiolo, amesikia sijui watoto wamepatiwa success card sijui ya bilioni 1. You see, mtu anapoinform. So because we are having that information flow, I'm telling you, one of the barriers zinaenda kukua broken. Na talking about your finance, that kwa sababu vijana si hatuna kakitu, that's a very different notion. Vijana ndio hatuna kakitu, but we have the power, we have the innovation, we are creative, We can come up with our own ways, and I'm telling you, hata mimi I want to be an example of that change. So kama mimi niko hapa nataka kuku example hiyo change, ni watu wangapi wananisikiza, ni vijana wangapi wanataka kuwa kama mimi? So we are so many. So hiyo kusema ati story ya pesa itakuja kutu affect, hapana. In fact ni hiyo story ya kusema ati juu yako na kitu sisi tushinde tunampatia ndiye aendelee kutuibia, hapana. And we are growing very old. Soon hatutakuwa vijana. So lazima to take our chances sahi to change, to fix this system and to change this narrative so that pia tusianze kusema tu ati kumeharibika na sisi pia tuendelee tukiharibu. Lazima to change. It's time, yeah.
Acha tusikie kwa nani pale. Acha nikuulize swali. Nyinyi wote mko kwa vyama. Huyu ako kwa Wiper, uko kwa ODM. Na hizo vyama ziko na tu wale watu wazenyi mko pale. Are you sure you gonna be given those positions, or you gonna be given the tickets to go for whatever you want?
Thank you very much. I think I want to build before I answer that question. With this a generational conversation, we have the Mayouth, and I think wakipatana wabeberu, wazungu, wakoloni, watu wengi hawakuamini wangeshinda. But they fought and they won and we got our independence. And then there's another generation that came, the school liberation, the multi-party democracy, that a number of our leaders who are still there in their space fought for it, including my party leader. Then now today we are in this our generation now that we are fighting for economic liberation and good governance. It is possible, and there's nothing that's going to deter us. The spirit is willing, and we'll be out there to gain our country back. We want our country. It is no longer with us. We just want our country. That is one. We in the political party, at some point I think first when we started here, a number of our young people, so I will tell you, youths have been shying off from joining these political parties. We are the majority, yes, but if you come to political parties, we are the minority. Because we are very few, we are not that many. We don't have numbers to bargain with, or numbers to back us up for us to get these positions. And then there's one thing that also must also get it very clear. Who is a youth? You can't be 50 and you are still proclaiming to be a youth. You're youthful, please. I think even in our country, our constitution is very clear. A youth is between 18 and 35. So who is a youth? Today there's someone who is 52 but still proclaiming that is a youth. So where do I feel? Am I a child? I'm a youth. So if the person who is younger than me still claim that is a youth, then where does that leave us? So this is something that has been happening in our political parties. We need to redefine and define who is a youth. That is one. And then we the people, or we the youths in active political space, we know that's not very easy. It comes with a number of challenges, and we have put ourselves and thrown ourselves into the ring, but we need and we want to be part of the conversation. We want to be part of the voices which are influencing the policies within our political parties and shaping our political conversation. As from ODM, I think I'm from ODM Youth League, and we have been given a space. We are being mentored, we are being nurtured, we are being supported, and that's why I'm here now. Though I think we as a political party, we have said long before having election. Congratulations to my brother here. They just did the election the other day. He's the Deputy Secretary General for the Wiper Young Democrats. But we didn't, I think we had planned to have the election this year before the floods. So that made us to postpone it. But when we will have the election of our political party, we see the new faces in our youth league and in our party.
I now want to see the youth league working, because watu wanaitwa youth league sasa ndio tumeanza kujua kuna kuanga na youth league kwa parties, kuna kuanga na young world. You know, these things don't work. It has always been there, but they don't work. They are not working at all.
Okay. Zibura is right. On paper they are there. In our constitutions they are there. They are recognized. But when we come to functions of these political parties, I tell you, so we are the minority. And even in our coalition, we are considered
unapewa zile viti ndogo kwa parties pia.
That's
what has been there. I can tell you, you know, having a youth league without a plan, it's like a void. You must, if you're going to have a youth league, have a plan.
Yeah.
I'm the Deputy Secretary General of the Young Wiper Democrats, and I'm telling you, we have been having a work plan. But at the same time, as my brother said, for us, we used to have those people who are youthful, youthful in thoughts, at the edge and all those stuff, and some got some opportunities somewhere. They exited that youth league.
Yeah.
Now they become one of the reason why maybe most of the youth league maybe in his own chama yake pia wajakuwa kifanya. But now that we are having these new entrants, people who are vibrant, people who are passionate. Like for me, I'm really passionate. I want to speak.
We want to see you everywhere.
And because of that, yesterday I was just reviewing. Yesterday I was just reviewing the 2023-2024 work plan, and also to come up with the 2024-2025. You see, matters to do that. So it's because of that intrinsic motivation in a push majamaa za kufanya based on that work plan. But I'm telling you, if we have a youth league, na mtu tu ana rise from nowhere, we don't have a structure, mtu ana rise from nowhere, you call yourself, you are youthful or you are representing a certain particular idea, just by name and you're not doing anything. Hii inamaanisha sisi kama vijana, we have failed. Now, we are doing away from that. And we are doing away from that in which way? One, tumeanza ku engage in political space.
Yeah.
Me being here, I'm representing that particular, I'm representing Wiper Democratic Movement. And we have so many people who are also in different political parties like him. He's representing ODM.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of the reasons we are being active.
Yeah.
Na pia media, pia nyinyi, when we are having our events, pia mkitupatia that audience, itaenda kwa watu wengi sana. Inaonyesha what we are doing. And you cannot showcase what you are not doing. You only showcase what we are doing. So, nyinyi kutuita hapa inamaanisha you saw first what we are doing, or what our political party is doing on matters youth. That's why give us invitation. So sisi, we have our own work plan, and maybe I might say that tunaweza kuwa na financial constraint, but that one is not a barrier. What we have is that we have energy.
Yeah.
We have time. We are creative. We are innovative. We are going to use all these 4 things to ensure that tumepeleka chama penye nafaa kukua.
Kabisa.
Now, talking of we are very few in our political space. Yes, it has been a fact na imekuwa pale. Lakini sasa sisi tunafaa kuongea sisi wenyewe tunafanya nini ku increase the number. Unaona? Like for us, we did the election the other day. The next thing that is inafuata, we are going to counties. You know, we had the nation. We are going to counties. Tunaenda kuwa na leadership to every county. We don't want to be like a political party whereby it's so long as kuna wale wasi wako juu national, etc. ndo wanakuja ku represent the county. No, we want to have a representation. And me, I can tell you, before being elected as the current position that I'm holding, I was the Bungoma chair, represented the Young Wiper Democrat. Using that particular position, nimemobilize vijana wengi sana, at least I've given them information. Hadi wanakuwa na ile ya kusema hata si lazima wakuje waseme tu wanataka kukua penye niko, but they have the urge, wako angry, wanataka kujua how the country runs. Na, by only doing that to increase number. And I'm telling you, if election inakuwa held now, I'm telling you, the person who are going to control that election are going to be vijana. Vitu kuna pesa bita. Unajua kwa sababu tumekuwa tukisema hivi watu wakubwa wako na pesa, imefanya vijana walikuwa wameluzo. But sasa hii hata ukikuwa na pesa yako, vijana watakuangalia tu ufanye chenye unataka, but then and you have been seeing this in political rallies.
Okay, let's go to hata tuende kwa Maxwell sasa, tuongee sasa na wanarika. Unaona producer hapa akiniambia masaa yangu, but in the next 1 minute I want now, Maxwell, I want us now, we are in this table now, we want what the youth can do so that we take over this thing. I will give you 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay, that is
now you face, I don't know which camera. Kwa producer na utuose kila mundu nika na hii ni ndeto siamu diye naende mwanda msesi wa Ngombo TV. Alamu itu tukisela kuta nito wa Facebook ningu ndisoma ama katika motumani alamu edha moitu manaende producer isu ni ndeto siamu diye kwa ala onde mwedha mweyati ya kilungu ni movia mononondo wa masa ndiyo simu. Wacha tuanze pale kwa Maxwell. Sasa nataka uongee na wanarika wa Ukambani na Kenya mzima sasa 1 minute.
Okay. I think anarika ndimo kamba alama vikete tuina vinya not only wa kuwete change kila tu kwenda katika ndiji yetu ya Kenya, not only katika ende lakini katika county situ na tuambie hu wanakudhi mpaka kaunti lengi nundu nitu watu hitaji each other katika maendeleo. So ile kitu ambayo tunaweza fanya kama the Kenyan youth, jambo la kwanza ni kuhakikisha kwamba tumechukua IDs wale ambao wamefikisha miaka 18 kama vile katiba yetu inavyosema. Tukishapata hii ID, let us register as voters because our voter is our strength. Our vote is going to count because kuna wale wanasema hata mkiona mpige kura sio sisi tunapiga kura, kuna wale ambao watakuja control. But this time round I want to tell you we are going to safeguard our votes. Tutapiga kura na tulinde kura yetu. Kwa hivyo mwanarika yote ambaye atajitokeza kuwania kiti chochote, iwe ni cha urais, cha ubunge, cha MCA, tutakuwa pale na tutalinda haki yetu kwa sababu kura yetu ndio nguvu yetu. Tuliona wazee vile wanatuchezea wakati tulienda kwa maandamano ile Gen Z protest, wakasema wanataka kubadilisha ile cabinet. Wakaenda wakachukua wazee fulani hapo, wakakuja wakavalisha suti wakakaa vijana.
Tukarecycle.
Mkasema na kweli mbona mzee amekaa kijana kwa sababu amepigwa suti ya Italian suit. You saw last week in the cabinet meeting they got confused, they went back to their normal style. Uliona jamaa amepiga suti hapo anakaa ancestor. Why? Because you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So they are back to their factory settings. Wazee ambao wamekuwa katika hii nchi for the longest time possible. And Jared is talking about the elections in ODM. He is a youth. Sasa mimi namhurumia, na ndio maana sasa hivi wakati nikija hapa nikwambia mimi siko katika chama chochote cha kisiasa katika hii nchi. Kwa sababu gani? He is a youth. Na yule nani pale wa Kakamega CS anangoja pia, naambia hata wewe ni youth, ngoja kidogo utakupatia hii.
Kila mzae ako na plan yake. So hata kando kwa nani kwa Jared sasa. 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I think I'll start with I don't know how these people do the elections. You can't start the election from the national bro. You start election from the grassroots. That's your wipe. I don't know if people run your show. Second, I don't know if people run. Second, I think we must get this thing very clear. During our Gen Z protest, before Gen Z protest, we ODM party, in fact, the wiper was there when we were having the Sufuria revolution, the Sufuria, let me say Sufuria protest, and these nominees who were represented there, bro, those people came after we were having the bombers dialogue, which was led by his party leader and the majority leader, Kimani Ichung'wah. So I don't know where this one has been coming from all along, because that was a conversation which was going on then. And then now to the youths of our country, youths must join a political party. We must be partyless. We must have a collective voice. We must collect our energy and all this thought that we are having. And I think the best part that these youths need to join is ODM. Don't join it through.
Okay, I'm not a member of any political. Okay, let me.
Yes, and for them to join this political party, they have two ways. The first one, they can join this political party through our website, and then you can also use the code *483 *036# to be a member of Orange Democratic Party. And I'm pretty sure coming 2027, we want to put absolute power. We as a political party, and we are ready. We are organizing ourselves properly to go to the house at the hill. Yes.
Okay, to Swale, last words, though tumeambiwa tujue ODM is the only party, and I don't have much to say to you because now ODM kama hiyo nitakutafuta.
Okay, thank you. The reason as to why we
1 minute.
The reason as to why I want to respond to him. The reason as to why we started the national is because our national executive, the 18 members, they were the position, we had the position that were vacant and all those stuff, basing on after election kuna watu wenye walipata different opportunities, so office mingi zilikuwa vacant. Now you cannot organize election at the ward level ama county kama uko jua mjipanga, lazima sasa mjipange so that mkuje, because you are the same people who are going to conduct them. Tutapata applications to and then we will do that. Then after that we're going to do mobilization and recruitment of members. And me personally, I've already started. We are using that the ORPP number, *549#. then you follow the procedure.
Yeah.
Because sasa kila kijana anaweza soma kuna uwezo kuingia kwa mtandao, anaweza ingia website, anaweza ingia online. That's what we are using. Now it's very simple. Star 549 hash, then you follow the procedure, then you pick Wiper Democratic Movement to be a member of this particular party. At the same time, in 2027, you asking us where we see ourselves or what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Sisi kama Wiper, we are recruiting members. Na tumefocus sana kwa the youth who are the majority. Previously, when we had a press conference, immediately we took power, or we took offices.
Yeah.
We said our ultimate number is 6 million. And how we are going to achieve that is first. We are telling our fellow young people that you must have an ID.
Yeah.
After having an ID, then we recruit you to Wiper Democratic Movement. Number 2, how we see ourselves or where we want to go is that we are giving them civic education. We are telling them the importance of being a member of a political party.
Yeah.
At the same time, we also remind them that please, you need to join youth movement. You know, it is only when you are in a youth movement or in a youth organization, you are taking some leadership roles in churches, mosques, like for me, you are taking those roles in the community. It gives you more power and information to control leadership in your attacker.
Yeah.
So that is it. Another thing is that we are using media, we are using social media we advise them on what to do. At the same time, we are asking them that we are giving them information.
Yeah.
Another thing that we are providing is that as my brother said, because you cannot be a voter if you don't have an ID. For wale vijana wenye walikuwa wamepoteza IDs, we are reminding them to have new ones.
Yeah.
Also wale wenye wamefika 18 tunawapatia that information that they need to get new IDs. And the focus now, it is in institutions. Like we are going to colleges, we are going to campuses, we are telling them, we are giving them that information. Na siti ati kijana tu wako Nairobi ndio anafaa kukua ati tunatembea hadi kwa hizo villages. Na because majority ya vijana wako kwa hizo mitaani, hao ndio watu tunafikia. And those are the change, because leadership ina affect hao watu chini sana. Inawaguza sana. So those are our plans.
Okay, nyinyi wote mmeongea very important points, lakini sasa juu producer wangu ananiambia masaa 2 nimekuongeza dakika 8 na hizi dakika 8 nitazilipia. Kwa hivyo msisi wangu bodi hizo zangu za kuza nditi nilanzo mandini wakili ngechangu mboki wakone ni kwatia amwe kanitweza mawoni kivotoka kuma kwangu baisi ondesi wakabangu Bao TV ni mwasiza mesa na mweza mipango ya mwika tuiki dini tuwase idandi na hindi alatu ndini wa political parties ama wasimame kama independent. Juu mmesema hakuna pesa, si ndio? Hiyo tusimame
political parties.
Lazima tumesema chama tutarecycle tena. Nitawatafuta hapana. Next time I want us to talk about political parties in Kenya. So basically we dig deep about political parties, how they have been doing their work and more. So to dig deep how Mayouth tumeamka lini ndio tukajoin hizi political parties. Okay, nani ndio sasa bongo ndio kutini lanzo maana ndio witio na sasa ndio ende akule vile sio ndo siango Bao TV nini ndio abango Bao TV vani vo musie kwa mu kama ni kwa tete ndio kwa sendi na soma comments sio comments sio mbingi vyo na ndi sima studio yo ndi na amekuwa lakini ini sini mwakema e-comments bondo ni wasima studio naona gogo my Makalif Kulamso tuko pamoja Kitumo 7 ndani kabisa au takitengela massive live at anaitwa Liz Mungwana Liki Media na kuona Kilonzo na kuona Chris Rashid na kuona and then Shadrack address Mutiso na kuona nyinyi wote na wenye mmetuma kwa ile namba iko hapo kwa screen ya 0746 nimuvia mnono wa usaku wangu Bao TV ni kwa tela ombe mtu join yo sisi hapo itina tunene ama ndo makoneti amwika na siasa yetu anena nsema ndo tunataka ndeni wa political parties yo ni chao chende ya ndeni wa political parties nimevya ndo wa usaku wangu Bao TV nitazipora makamu tuweza tukamana vumu ndoni wa samu nzava langu ndiko ananisa mesa ya ndanga sia mavotia nesa.